Hey babes. So as usual, I had to start the video over because I was interrupted, and so anyway, I was taking her out of the sleeper and talking about the difference between a private collection and collection, part of collecting and showing publicly on social media. There is a lot, I deal with a lot of people that collect privately that does not post their babies on any forums. They purchase, they may share them amongst friends and inboxes and through texts and stuff like that, but they do not share their collection publicly at all. And at one point I was like, oh, that gotta be boring, like that can't be fun. You know, we want to share our babies and show what we got and all this and stuff. But then after being on, so involved in social media for a while, I start to see like, okay, all right. So, it comes with not all the good. So I had a few babies that I got and I didn't show them right away. And I realized that I actually enjoy them more. I dress them, I interact with them as far as, posing them and stuff. And I would send certain personal friends pictures of them or whatever. And it was just a lot more enjoyment. You didn't have to worry about other people's opinions of the baby and who thought it was cute and who thought it wasn't. And, this, that, and other, or whatever, differences they may have with the artist. It just, it just was a lot less, that came along with it. Now don't get me wrong, I enjoy sharing my babies with you guys, and we learn from each other and we get to see the sculpts better when other collectors have them and all that. But I'll be honest with you guys, for the most part I can really enjoy my babies so much more when they're not on camera, because let's say for instance right now I'm taking off of Jay's clothes and everything. I have to keep looking at the camera saying, gosh, does she look awkward, does anything looks off in video, versus when I'm doing this by myself, I just handle her like a regular baby and it just flows really easily. But when I'm on camera, I'm trying to make sure that, okay, am I doing it? Is it looking realistic? Is it coming across like I'm being rough with her? All that foolishness that you have to go through. So yeah. But there's no such thing. Like, DJ used to be one of my babies in my private collections for a long time. But once I showed him, he's no longer a private baby. He's not private, anymore, because you guys haven't seen him. So, right, Buddha? Yeah. So say I'm not nothing private about me anymore, because But it's funny. Now, if you look at him near Jade, let's see. No. I'll show you. Now, one thing about him, it seems like he tend to, I don't know why, but it seems like he collects lint and stuff. But if you look at him next to Jade, you can see he's very much darker than Jade. Let's see. You see that? Let me see if I can get out the light. But yeah, if you look at him against Jade, he's a dark boy. So yeah, see, look at that. Let me zoom in. You see that? His color against her color. See, look. See? So yeah, so anyway. So yeah, he is a darker baby than Jade. He is a different shade. Sorry. Alright. So Alright, so anyway, but yeah, so that's how that goes. I mean, it's, you know, it is what it is when it comes to that. You know, the thing about YouTube, mostly, it happens on Facebook, but more so on YouTube, because Facebook you can kind of control a little bit somewhat of what goes on your page and stuff like that, because you can just unfriend people and block people and stuff like that. On YouTube you can block people, but they still can watch your videos and they still can, you know, do their little thumbs down stuff. I don't know what they get out of that, but that, you know, that's not a big deal. But they still can do that little stuff or whatever, and they can still watch your videos and then make their videos and talk about things that you talk about in your videos, or, you know, do all this, you know, combative type behavior through YouTube. So I don't know, it's like and this is separate from the private baby stuff. I'm just kind of thinking, I was thinking about the video I watched earlier and the comments that was made about how this community has a lot of like cliques and a lot of people trying to fit in with people, and they, especially like the newbies, they come in and they jump on the bandwagon with someone that they know nothing about, don't know what's going on, and they just jump into this, you know, I want to be in club. And you know, you may be jumping in with the devil and have no idea, but you know, hey, I guess in time they learn. But that's, you know, when you come on here on YouTube, man, let me tell you something, you better have the thickest skin that you can ever have, because people can be so cruel and so harsh and judgmental, you know. I remember I used to get all the time, you know, oh my God, you know, you're buying those dolls, you can, you know, why don't you go and get a real baby? And then I went out and I got me a real baby, and you should adopt a baby. And this, and like, that's so easy. Like, you could just raise your hand and say, hey, that's what I want to do. They don't realize the expense and everything that come with it. So
it's more raining.
Things fell to the point where it wasn't like planned, but I did end up getting a real baby, and then they still complain, you know. So you can't please everybody, and people gonna always have stuff to say, and people will lie on you. They will try to make you seem like a bad person to make themselves look better or look like a victim. And you know, people do all kinds of sideways crap, man. And the only way you're gonna really enjoy this hobby is you're gonna have to just kind of stay away from it. Or it's kind of hard sometimes to stay away from when you're fully engaged and you interact with like as many people as I do in a community. But you're gonna have to like sit back and watch and observe people behaviors and their patterns, and then, you know, you're gonna have to just pick, you know, your circle. You know what I mean? Like, and I know saying, oh, pick your circle sounds cliquey, but I'm not saying like, you know, be a part of a Mean Girls club or anything, but just, you know, you see somebody that you don't necessarily care how they behave and carry on, and you might want to try something different. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to figure out like how did Claire do that with her thighs. Man, this baby looks so real. It really just trips me out every time I look at her. Like her, I cannot like describe it to you guys. is what made me think of the whole thing about collecting privately and stuff like that. That was the whole point of this video. I kind of like started like spending a lot of time outside of my videos and offline with like Jade and stuff like that or whatever. And the more time I spent with her by myself off camera, the more I kind of bonded with the doll. And just like when I say bonded, it's like the more I really appreciated her art and really like even fell more in love with her, because I didn't have the whispers in my ears of this opinion and that opinion. And I just really like, she's my ultimate dream baby, like for real. Like I am very grateful. Turn it off.
We believe through passion,
bring me that remote
and perseverance.
Bring it here.
The simplest things.
I am like I'm just very thankful that I've been blessed enough to at least have one dream baby. Sometimes I lose sight of that and become greedy and ungrateful and keep saying, oh, I wish I had this and I want this, and I'm thinking like, yeah, you're doing too much. Let me come back to another video after this, because I kind of got all over the place, but I want to talk to you guys a little bit more.